Ngiphawule ngoba idiary kaGininda uyowabhalela kodwa mina ngisiyena uMozi.
It is difficult for me to comment on this because it's Gindinda who wrote on his diary and I am not Mozi.
Yes. But you are called Mozi, is that correct?
Kodwa ke ubizwa ngokujwayelekile ukuthi wena uMozi.
M-U-Z-I, Mozi.
M-U-Z-I.
Mozi.
Yes. Thank you. Then moving on from where we left off, we were at exhibit GG in brackets 1. We wish to show you photo 2 and photo 3.
Can they please just move the TV because I want to see. Yeah,
yes. Mr. Sibia, earlier on you testified that there at Vosloorus municipal area, you were kicked and you also rolled on the ground during the assault, and you mentioned that your clothes got dirty. Can you just indicate on this photo any indication that you were, or anything that indicates that you were assaulted and that you rolled on the ground?
Yes. Objection, my lord. For starters, the state must address the court before imposing that question on the quality of this photo. We don't know whether the quality of this photo is of such a nature that it can show what the state wants this witness to show. But it is then unfair for the state to ask this witness to show whatever that they want this witness to show without having addressed the quality of this photo. Thank you, my lord. That is just
when was
my
that photo
first
taken?
point.
My lord, Sergeant Mapakela testified about the photos. The quality of the photo was never raised. He gave his evidence. The photo was taken on the 5th of June, 2020.
5th of June?
5th of
2020
June.
By, who's the guy by the
by
name?
Sergeant Mapakela.
Right?
My lord, that could have been so. That the quality of these photos was never raised then. But because there's a specific item that the state wants to put to court, it's the state's duty to first address the quality of this court and convince the court that on the basis of the quality of this photo, then they are in a position to continue to ask that question.
Yeah. You hear the argument. What section is that? And is there any law pertaining to that aspect, if you know it?
Well, my lord, as we indicated, is for the witness to answer questions. We are not aware of any provision in any law that says when counsel asks a question to a witness, then his legal representative can object and raise issues such as quality. We have ad nauseum indicated, my lord, that if there are issues that Advocate Mnisi wants to argue, that can be argued at the end of the trial. He can, for instance, argue that in light of what he thinks the quality of the photo is, that no reliance should be placed on that. But he cannot speak or object when the state seeks to get an answer from a witness regarding his own testimony.
Yes.
In as much as there is no any law according to the state.
Wait. You've got to quote me your submission. Is it based on law or what? If it's based on the law, I want to be educated.
It
But
is
tell
well
me
within
though.
my right,
Hello?
my lord, to raise
It's
an
what?
objection. It is well within my right
Ah, I see.
as a legal representative
So you don't have
to
any,
raise an
you don't have
objection.
any law
A law in relation to what?
to what you say this prosecutor must prove. You say he must prove the quality of the photo. You don't have any law. You don't have any authority which
No,
you,
but my lord,
which you can.
I don't.
Mr. Mnisi,
That's,
you are saying this with this gentleman, Baloi.
yes.
He's got a duty. You say the state has got a duty to prove the quality of the photo. Is that not so?
Yes.
Now I'm asking you, where do you get that?
No, I am saying
Oh,
that the state, before asking that question,
yes,
has got to demonstrate
yes.
that the quality of this photo is of such a nature that
in
they are
terms of
unable
which-
to then
okay,
to
fine,
proceed
no
to
problem.
ask that question.
No problem in terms of which section, legislation, or authority.
That's not how to deal with an objection, my lord.
That's how I demand an objection to be addressed.
Oh, okay, no, thank you.
You don't have. You don't have any law.
No, I'm not saying that there's no law,
No, I want.
but I am saying, my lord, that if the court says it demands that,
Yes.
then I'm saying thank you.
Because any submission we make in this court must be based on some legislation, law, or section.
No, my lord, we've made so many submissions. in
You don't have
court
any law to
without-
quote.
Okay, no, thank you,
Fine.
my lord.
You are allowed to display. This witness is at liberty to say this photo is torn, it's not visible, it's not whatever. You can say anything. The witness, when he sees that photo, it's within his rights. Okay.
Thank you, my lord.
Because these very photos are evidence before this court. And they were taken, we also all know that they were taken by an officer, not an officer, a police officer. And we all know that according to, and I'm not saying it's true, according to Khadebe, the photographer took the photos in his office. And Khadebe is the colonel who was seized with supervising the pointing out. And I'm not saying the pointing outs were correctly done or they were done at all. I'm just quoting Keninda. Okay.
As the court pleases. Mr. Svia, are you able to point anything on this is photo 2 that indicates that on the 5th of June 2020 at Vosloorus Municipal Office, you were kicked several times and that you rolled on the ground, and as you indicated that your clothes became dirty. Are you able to indicate that on photo 2?
Kulesi sithombe sesibili ke noma sisibizele ukuthi photo number 2 uyakwazi yini ukukhomba ukuthi ke mhla ka5 kuJune kunyaka ka2020 lapho eVosloorus lapho endaweni yakamasipala la oshayelwa khona uthena ke impahla zakho zazingcolile uyakhona ke kulesi sithombe usibonisa ukuthi zazingcole kuphi
zingcolile lepho malibuka nje alibona ngcolile lelapho.
The clothes are dirty even when you look at that those pants they are dirty.
You are at liberty to indicate where you say your pants are dirty.
Ungakhululeka noma ukhululekile ke ukuthi ukusho ukuthi kuphi nendawo lapho othi wena ke leli bhruku lingcolile.
Lingcolile lokho lelapho lana le jacket yakho ngcolile ngalo.
The entire pants are dirty. Even on the jacket is also dirty.
Lezicathulo zingcolile.
Even the shoes are dirty.
Next photo. This is the this is your back. Are you able to point to anything on the photo that indicate that on the 5th of June 2020 at Vosloorus municipal area, that you were kicked repeatedly, that you rolled on the ground, and that your clothes were dirty as a result.
Isithombe ke lesi ingemuva salesa sithombe sala number 2. Ukukhona lini la ungakwazi ukuthi ukhombe khona ukuthi mhla ka 5 kuJune washaywa ke lapha endaweni yase Vosloorus, lapha endaweni yakamasipala, wakhahlelwa, waginqika phansi. Khona yini ukubona kulesi sithombe ungakukhomba ke okushoyo ukuthi lezi impahla zakho zingcolile?
Yebo zingcolile, ngiyayibona zingcolile zonke.
Yes, I can see my clothes are dirty, all of it.
Are you able to point to any specific area, or are you saying the whole of your clothes are dirty?
Uthi zonke le impahla ingcolile noma ikhona indawo le okwazi ukukhomba kuyona ukuthi kungcolile la?
Zingcolile nje zonke.
The entire,
Umzimba wonke ungcolile lezi impahla.
the entire clothing on this picture, it's dirty.
Thank you. All right. You were then placed from Vosloorus municipal area. You were put back in the vehicle and you were driven to Alberton police station. Is that correct?
Wasuswa ke wasungeniswa ke emotweni khona lapho kusuka lapha endaweni kamasipala wangeniswa emotweni bashayela baya nawe ke esipolice station samaphoyisa sase Alberton.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's an exhibit which has already been referred to by Advocate Mnisi. The extract of the SAP 10 from Alberton Police Station, extract of the occurrence book. There's entry 317 at 12 o'clock. It's 317/326. It says, suspect handed in for pointing out by Sergeant Mohane of National Cold Cases Investigation Unit. It says, Muzi Stemba Sibia on CAS 636/10/2014. It says murder in brackets Vosloorus, free from visible injuries.
I-entry lena ke kule ncwadi le SAP 10 efundeka ke ngalendlela elandela ukwamhla kwa5 kuJune kunyaka ka2020 kungolesihlanu. I-entry number yakhona ithi 317/326. Isikhathi ithi u12 noma ithi 1200. Uthi ke umsolwa ulethiwe ke ulethiwe uSergeant Mohane khona lapho ke osebenzela ke yona iNational Cold Cases Investigation Unit. Uyasho ke ukuthi ke uze nomsolwa okumuzi Stemba Sibia case number 63610 of 2014. Uthi ke icala athweswa lona icala lokubulala Vosloorus. Uthi ke lo muntu lo akanako ukulimala okubonakalayo.
Angaze ngize ngibulale kodwa ukulimala kimi kwakukhona.
I have never killed, but there were injuries that were visible. The witness is touching his wrist, both on his hands, his wrist.
Nangilimele.
I was injured.
And the marks on the wrist are from chafing as a result of the handcuffs, is that correct?
Kwakuhlukumezeka kwama handcuffs noma ke kuginqikingeko kwama handcuffs.
Cha kwakudala ukuthi ngiyashaya.
No, it was the cause was that I was being assaulted.
Now, what type of injuries were on your wrists?
Manje ke kwakulimala okunjani ke kwakusezandleni sakho?
Kwakudala ukuthi ngishawa ngihlunyezwa ngifaka ama handcuff noma ngilokhu ngiyakaza ama handcuff ayangena ama ilokhu engena ayangilimaza.
The cause was that I was being assaulted with a cuff, and whilst moving the cuts were cutting through or cutting in my skin.
Esikhathi mangishawa lokhu ngijika jika lapha phansi ama handcuff ayangena ayangilimaza la ezandleni.
I was cuffed, and whilst I was rolling on the ground, the cuffed were seizing in or cutting in my skin as I'm moving.
nokuthi iphoyisa lingiphakamise ngawo lingivuse phansi lingivuse ngama-handcuff angilimaza futhi nalapho.
And also suffered the injuries of the cuffs because a police officer lifted me up with the cuffs.
But that incident that you are referring to, where you say you were lifted up with your handcuffs, that you say happened on the 30th of May 2020.
Kodwa lokho ke ukuthe kwenzeke mhla ka 30 May 2020 ukuthi ke na iphoyisa likuphakamise ngama-cuffed.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. But the point that we are trying to get from you, Mr. Sibia, is that you say you were assaulted on the 5th of June 2020, again at the Fossulares municipal area, but here in Exhibit KK, the extract of the occurrence book at 12 o'clock, it says you're free from visible injuries.
Uthe wena washaya mhla ka 5 kuJune ke unyaka ka 2020 kuyabonakala la ukuthi isikhathi ewalethwa kuso ngaso u12 kanti kubhalwe ukuthi ke wena wawungenako ukulimala okubonakalayo.
Ngoba ngithi ukulimala ngangilimele kwakubonakala ukulimala kwami kwala izandleni kwakubonakala okwangingabonakali lokho ukulimala ngangilimele khona la emzimbeni.
I did say that the injuries from my wrists were visible, but the only injuries that were not visible is in my body, where I've indicated that I was internally injured.
Ngoba lo muntu mayibhala la mayithi akubonakala akasho ukuthi akukho ukulimala uthi akubonakala kodwa ukulimala kukhona uyazi naye.
He knew that there were injuries, but if he says that no visible injuries, that does not mean they were not there, the injuries were not there. And he also knows that there were injuries.
You were then placed in the cells at Alberton Police Station, is that correct?
Wafakwa ke emaselini wase-Albertine kunjalo?
Yeah.
Yes.
Who fetched you from the cells to take you to where Lieutenant Colonel Khadebe was?
Ubani ke oweza emaselini wazokulanda ukuthi akubise lapho ke uKolonel Khadebe akhona?
Angisakhumbula ukuthi ubani ongilandayo.
I do not remember as to who came to fetch me.
Were you perhaps fetched by Lieutenant Colonel Khadebe himself?
Walanda mhlawumbe uyena uKolonel Khadebe.
Angisakhumbula.
I do not remember.
In your evidence in chief, you testify that you were taken out of the cells to a container where you found two people. You got to know one as Khadebe, the other one had a camera. Is it correct?
Uthi ke wena ekuchazeni kwakhe ebufakazini bakho uthi ke wathatha wasiwa ke kwi-contain lapho ke wathola ke abantu ababili khona wase uyazi ukuthi ke omunye walabo bantu uHadebe kanti ke nomuntu ophethe ke i-camera.
Yebo ngabazi ngabo kanjalo.
Yes, that's how I met them.
Would that be correct to say?
Welcome to the fire where the stakes ignite, where the questions burn hotter than the night. No escape once you're locked in the heat. This is your trial on the hot seat. To the fire where the stakes ignite, where the questions burn hotter than the night.